Just because we want something does not mean that we are entitled to have it. And I think we've kind of forgotten that. Let's talk about it. So when we're kids, it gets instilled in our heads that just because you want something doesn't mean that you're going to get it. And you can whine about it, and you can scream about it, and you can throw a temper tantrum, and it doesn't matter. Just because you want it does not mean that it's yours. And that gets instilled in our brains as we are growing up and as we're becoming adults, or at least it should. Somewhere along the way, though, we start to make an exception to this rule, right? As we're growing up and we start to have dreams about what we want to do with our life, we're telling ourselves that I want this so badly and nothing's going to get in my way. Because I really want to do this, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get there. And it's not necessarily the case, right? You are not entitled to your goal just because you really, really want it. And believe it or not, I want to talk about this because I think the more we have this conversation and the more we realize this is an encouraging thing. And I want to kind of break that down. I was watching a Devin Nash video the other day, and one of the things that he said really stuck with me, which is why I wanted to talk about this today. And essentially he was talking about being transparent with your obstacles. On Twitch, let me look this up so that I don't misquote this. Current monthly broadcasters on Twitch. Twitch reports, as of February this year, Twitch reports that it has more than 3 million active monthly creators and over 15 million average daily streamers per its own website, which is an insane number, right? And with YouTube, those numbers just explode even further. YouTube has exponentially more users and viewers on that platform. So I really want to be a content creator. I feel more connected with this path than I have with anything else that I've done in my life. And I've worked a lot of different jobs in different industries, and I've worked hard at those jobs. I've always tried to excel, but I have always felt a bit on the outside. And with streaming and with making videos for YouTube, it's different. I feel completely 100% authentic and genuine in what I'm doing. I feel like I'm on the right path, and it's an amazing feeling, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to succeed at doing this, right? It doesn't mean that just because I want it so desperately that I'm going to reach my goals. And I think it's important to focus in on that. I think it's important to realize that, because the fact is that it's out there and it's not going to change. No matter how much we maybe don't want to think about it, no matter how much we focus on our own path and try and ignore the numbers, the fact is that those numbers are out there, and honestly, it's only going to keep growing. There's only going to be more and more users on Twitch as time goes on, because as the platform grows, it's going to bring in more and more people. The same goes with YouTube. So the likelihood, if we are just talking about this from a mathematical standpoint, is that it's only going to get harder the more we go on. So it is important to acknowledge this now. Again, I don't say any of this to be discouraging. I'm actually, believe it or not, talking about all this, I'm feeling in a very great place right now. I'm very happy with how things are going. But, I talk about this because I think it's important to recognize what's going on out there, and that if we can acknowledge it and if we can be transparent with our obstacles, that puts us one more step ahead. That's another step on the path to success, is recognizing what we are going up against and what we have to work with. Talking about and looking at these numbers, it can be overwhelming, right? And it can make us feel pressured and to do everything perfect, which is not the goal. And that's not at all the purpose of what I'm trying to talk about here. It's much more about just wanting to do the best that you can do in the moment, right? When I realize how many creators are out there and how talented so many of these people are, first of all, I'm a bit awestruck because there are so many amazing creators out there, but it also just, it drives me to continue to want to do the best in the moment. And I want to share that, and I encourage you to do the same thing. Just try to do the best in the moment. It does not have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be the greatest thing that you've ever done. Just try to make it the best thing you can do in that moment, right? When you're shooting a video, you want to be connected with it, and you want it to be the best video you can do. When you're working on your thumbnail, you don't want to just throw something together for the sake of getting a video up. You really want to focus in and try and create the best thumbnail that you can every single time. And the reality is that every time you create something and you do your best, you're very likely going to learn something, and the next video you do, the next thumbnail you work on, the next title for a video, whatever it is likely going to be better, because you're always going to be continuing to learn. You know, if you are always putting your best foot forward, if you are always working to do the best that you possibly can, you're always going to be continuing to improve and improve and improve, and you are so much less likely to plateau at any given point. And that's all we can do, right? That is the whole goal, is just to do our best. And we can do that. Nothing is holding us back from doing our best. Our dreams are not just going to come true just because we want them to, but that doesn't mean that we can't still get there. That doesn't mean we can't achieve our goals. We can't attain the things we're going after. We need to be transparent about the road in front of us, and we have to do the best we can do in the moment. And I believe in you to do just that. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out today. If you had fun, please thumbs up the video. I do these vlogs every single Friday. I'll link the last one in the card above as well as in the description, so please go check those out. If you want to help out and support the channel, also please subscribe and ring the notification bell so you can get notified when the vlogs go live. Thank you so much again. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one.